Just weeks after entering the Oval Office, Kennedy gave the go-ahead to a CIA plan to invade the island of Cuba and overthrow the communist government of Fidel Castro. The mission, which became known as the Bay of Pigs, was a disaster and tarnished the new administration. 1 year later, in October 1962, U.S. spy planes revealed Soviet nuclear missile bases in Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida. Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev had sent the missiles intending to protect Castro's fledgling regime and send a message to America: do not invade Cuba. The Cuban Missile Crisis triggered a state of emergency. Some advisors called for a preemptive airstrike or invasion of the island. But if attacked, would Khrushchev respond with nuclear weapons? Kennedy addressed the American public. He said that ships bound for Cuba with military equipment would be quarantined, and he issued a warning.
We will not prematurely or unnecessarily risk the course of worldwide nuclear war, in which even the fruits of victory would be ashes in our mouth. But neither will we shrink from that risk at any time it must be faced.
The two superpowers stood toe-to-toe.
I'd hate like heck to see us go to war, but if it's necessary to prevent a nuclear war, I think the action has to be taken at this time.
Well, I think it's high time we stopped Russia from having things our own way.
I know that some action should be taken, but he's going to have to tread very lightly, short of war.
In this charged atmosphere, the smallest mistake at any level could lead to an all-out nuclear war. For 11 days, Americans worried, waited, and wondered if they would see tomorrow. Finally, on October 28th, after much diplomacy and back-channel negotiations, the situation was diffused. The Soviets would withdraw their missiles from Cuba. In return, President Kennedy publicly agreed that he would not invade the island. Privately, he also conceded to the removal of U.S. medium-range missiles from Turkey. The Cuban Missile Crisis was John F. Kennedy's gravest foreign policy challenge, but it wasn't his only one.